Like, what if it's just amazing? It's the best,
Right.
tutorial on getting started in Eleventy ever. It's better to have it than to not have it.
Absolutely. Ben, what's up, man? Welcome.
Hey, not much. I will probably hang out here for a bit and then almost immediately get pulled off into more planning. So we will see. But in the meantime, I'm happy to be here.
Is it
Good to have you.
secret work planning?
Yeah, secret, so secret. It's our quarterly planning.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Roderick, welcome. Michael Gee, welcome. Is it Gee?
Hello. It's well, every substitute teacher I've ever had in my life said G, but it's G. Like easy like a letter.
Okay, cool.
Glad you could clarify that.
I learned something today. I read ghee because I like cooking with ghee. It's like the reduced clarified butter, and so I just saw ghee and I assumed it was ghee, but I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, everyone who goes for it for the first time, you're not alone. Like I said, I think every substitute teacher I've ever had went for ghee first.
Dude, G is a G last name. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I got some things. G unit. A few things. I don't know. I need one of those clever handles. So I need to do something with
it. I love it. Hugh, welcome to the party, man.
Yo, can you hear me? What's going on here?
Yeah, can hear you just fine.
Hello, everybody.
Everyone, Hugh is a very good friend of mine. We've been friends for a really long time, and he has recently gotten into programming, and is hanging out with us today. So, and then
here we go.
Hugh, these are all my more recent friends. I've met all of these people through the course of this Discord, and they are awesome. And I hope that you'll enjoy them as much as their company as much as I have the last couple months.
Right
on the naming question here, I'm working through the backlog of React podcasts. I haven't come to it in the last month, and one of them you mentioned trying to bury your name. So is it Chan or Chantastic or?
Yeah, so this is so funny. So I changed my nickname in the server to be Chan because I thought it was more like Chantastic is a little bit weird, but then also it's an important differentiator for the online thing, right? Because there's how many billions of Chans are there? I don't even know, but Chantastic, there's only a few. So I changed it to Chan in the server to be more kind of friendly, because when my friends call me Chan, but then I realized that there was I had opened the possibility that someone could change their nickname to Chantastic, which would be confusing as hell. So I moved it back.
There still technically is the possibility. I could go in and change my nickname right now to Chantastic, but
so the nickname can be anything then, right?
Yes.
Okay. I might change it back to Chan then.
In fact, let me be an agent for chaos today, because I'm Chantastic now.
We should put the crown emoji.
Right.
So it's like a Discord. You can just completely overtake.
You're absolutely right. Hang on, I got this.
Man, and my mom told me I was so special.
All right. Well, I mean, I am now Chantastic. So.
And you're the top name on the server, which makes it even more confusing.
Oh man.
It's like the perfect storm.
Yeah. Okay, but the real Chan, you should probably give yourself the moderator tag. That way, that way the server owner shows up at the top along with the other mods.
Oh, good point. I am such a noob at all of this stuff, so I appreciate you helping me out with this. Okay, cool. So I am now server booster and moderator. Look at that. Now I show up. Now all the Chantastics are at the top.
Ben is changing his image away from identity theft.
There we go.
I'm really glad that I didn't give Ben the permission to change other people's nicknames, or I feel like everyone would be Chantastic in here right now.
I totally would. That is exactly the level of chaos I am here for.
That could be our first Discord bot. Boom, just a script that changes everybody's name. It's a for each loop.
I love this. I love this. Oh man.
At some point, when there become too many like Chantastics in the server, we start like applying. Just we take a list of adjectives and we randomly like append an adjective. So like
Yes.
Joe just becomes like happy Chantastic. There's another one that's like Rob's like pensive Chantastic, but it's all like randomly generated.
Yeah, I want to reserve angry Chantastic. That's that one's mine all the way.
That's when you get into your feelings about HTML on Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah. That's oh man, that's my mode. I was actually on a call with the Tailwind guys this morning, because they saw my tweet and I was just talking their Tailwind UI product up, and they were like, "We'd love to learn what you're using it for." And I was just like bitching and moaning about like design systems and utility libraries in React, and they were like, "Yeah, we feel the same." Okay, so this is going to be a ton of fun. I think we still got a couple minutes. But yeah, I guess to just detail. Actually, I wonder if we should wait. I don't know. Oh, my kids are abusing each other in the other room. I apologize for the sound effects.
It's glorious.
Yeah, so does anyone, I guess before we get started, does anyone have any questions about what we're trying to accomplish today, what our goals are, how to be in the voice channel, et cetera, et cetera? I mean, I guess you're here now, but I think sometimes people don't realize that like if you share your video, then you get like the big like heads up kind of like 12 thing, and then you can kind of select who's looking around and whatnot. So
I got a question. Is there just like standard etiquette for this sort of thing? Like if I'm multitasking in the background, is my keyboard coming through and whatnot? Or
I can't hear it, but you can, if you want, mute yourself if you're self-conscious about it. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
But
okay, cool. Yeah, I've been sitting on mute for a bit, so maybe
cool.
I'll just stay there for now.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, we have Jacob Roman in here as well. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We're actually next week I'm gonna be doing a build out with Jacob, doing kind of a similar thing. So we had he kind of and actually, are you okay with me sharing this? I figured we were going to share it next Monday. If so
no, go for it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Jacob hit me up this at the end of this week, just kind of asking for feedback on like a design challenge that he had done for a kind of applying for a design role, and we kind of talked through it. And I was like, oh, we should totally just like build this out as kind of like a fun little like hangout thing. So we're gonna do that on Monday. Kind of details TBD, but I think that's going to be, I can't remember what time we landed on. Was it like, I don't know. We'll let you know, but that's going to be super fun too.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think we picked a time yet. So
cool. All righty. Okay, so we're right at 11. Welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. So I think the way that the structure of this is going to go is Robb is going to drive and I'm going to help kind of moderate any, questions, directions or whatever. We'll probably post any links that we find, to resources or, whatever. We'll post those in the live event text, which is kind of a, partner to this. And, anything text-based, we'll probably just post it in there. I think streaming is always a little bit interesting in Discord. So Robb's going to share his screen, and then it should kind of give you like a main view where you're seeing like what he's seeing, and then like kind of the cluster of faces. So this is a new experience for Robb, and I applaud your bravery. And so just everyone, be kind, be friendly, be patient. You can direct all your questions to me, and I will try to help kind of moderate. Well, streaming is like chaos, like trying to manage too many things at once. So I'm just going to be here trying to help facilitate. And then our goals are really just to like find an Eleventy starter that we like, build it, get it on GitHub, deploy it, and then just kind of customize it for as much time as we have before people need to start dropping off. So with that, Rob, do you want to kind of jump in and show us your screen?
By all means. Yeah,
Cool.
you've heard of Learn with Jason. This will be Struggles with Rob.
Perfect.
I love it. We got a new show brewing.
I think I kind of filled in Chan when we were talking that part of my struggle is I started coding about 7 years ago, and at that point, I ran through the Rails tutorial. At the end, you deploy, or earlier than that, I was dragging stuff over from FTP. So ever since then, I've had one job, and on that job, whenever we have a new client, we start something up, but I don't start it up. Our senior dev does. And then whenever we deploy, I tag someone and say, please deploy this. So I don't have a lot of side projects. I don't have a lot of anything. I don't have a presence. I think you nailed that. And I would like to have something to play with and something to create outside of my job. So this is perfect. I heard about Eleventy from Ben and Michael, and I'm good to go. I was sold on the possum, I think.
Oh yeah, the possum is clinches it for sure.
Absolutely.
I do have some. I'm not gonna lie. I take issue with the physics of this possum balloon situation, though. I don't think that there's enough helium in that balloon to really carry that possum. But
yeah,
that's just me.
Maybe he's hollow. Maybe it's a little more morbid than we thought.
That's true. A gutted possum might be able to be carried by a balloon. I think that's a fair point.
Is
cool.
it? I've gotten to this page.
Okay.
Is it better to do the quick start, or I noticed there are some starters, like you mentioned?
Yeah, I think that's actually a good question. So I love one of the things I really love about Eleventy is like you get there and it's like first thing on the page is like this is how you get started. And I think we could go through this. But also, I think it's pretty similar if you were going to start with one of the templates. So I'm kind of curious, what do you think is where do you think you'll probably take this? Because I think a template would probably get us a little bit further. I know that some of the concepts, like for blogs, are a little bit involved to try to build out yourself.
Right.
So I think maybe doing a starter like that, if you anticipate having a blog, might be a good place.
Yeah, I think just a basic profile blog. Kind of what moved me to Eleventy is Ben's amazing blog. So
let's pull that up real quick.
Yeah.
It's
what's your
Ben Myers yeah, there you go. It's already there, pre-filled.
Oh yeah, and it's just beautiful.
Hey, I know that website.
I'll be taking Martin Luther King Jr. Day off, so there's that.
It really is beautiful, Ben. You did a great job. Actually, I just realized, I think maybe last week, the logo, how it's like a B and an M. It's cute. I love it.
This logo here? Oh, I see
like
it.
like abstract shapes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I like especially your about page. It's one of those. I don't know. It's again and was like, oh, this is a resume, but it's without hitting you over the head that hey, here's here's a resume of what I can do. So nice work, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's do. It looks like you have a tab then there for the Eleventy base blog starter. I'm curious. Did they have? How did you find this? Like, did they have like a resource that has like a bunch of templates that are based on Eleventy?
Yes.
Where would we go to get that information?
Sorry, I'm going a little faster, but
no, it's fine. I just wanted to back up just in case.
Yeah, kind of. If you go to the docs, then they have a starter projects list under here.
Cool.
And from there, the top one was 11 base blog, and that's about as far as I've gotten.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Does that list?
so-
This is random, but does that list sort if you were to click author? Because I'd really like the notion of using like a. Oh, maybe not. Oh, nice little accessibility thing there, though.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, cool. So it looks like some of these are just like community ones, and then others are kind of maintained, I guess, maybe by the, 11D team.
Mhm.
Cool. This is interesting.
Yeah. I'm guessing at least for the purposes today, probably the officially maintained have better documentation.
I would, yeah, I'd probably lean that direction.
I think these are the only two that I see.
I'm loving some of these names. Eleventy, like 1Y.
So that's actually a question that I had. I tried to find where the name comes from. I assume it's tied to the A11Y. I've never heard that pronounced out loud. Sorry, but
Oh no, I think you did great.
Is it big accessibility based?
That's a good question. I do not know where 11D came from. Maybe I'll start like a Google on that.
Yeah. I guess the 11D base blog looked nice, and it has some easy ways to get it deployed to Netlify, which is the end goal, or the midpoint goal at least. So I thought about starting there, but I've put 5 minutes into that research. So if anybody has anything else,
let's do that. That is the one that I landed on for my site too. Don't go there because it's total garbage. Yours is going to be better than mine in like 5 minutes. But yeah, I think that's probably a good start.
Okay. All right. So is it better to? Well, I guess we'll start with getting started. That's always nice.
Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. So this is based on, so everyone seems to have like a different type of, I guess, like getting started, like whether that be like, initialization or running some npm script or whatnot. Oh shoot, hold on just a second. Okay, I totally botched something on my computer. Okay, but this one is interesting because it actually has you cloning a GitHub repo right from the beginning, and then presumably you would already have a Git project set up that you could then push up to your server.
Oh, gotcha.
Versus like I've noticed in some other things, that don't do that. It's like there's kind of like this like chicken egg type of thing of like, do I start a project on GitHub and then like, clone that empty project down and then like initialize into that. But then sometimes you can't initialize into a directory. It has to be a directory to start. So I kind of like this because it's already like Git. It's like ready to go.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay.
Cool. Let's run this then.
All right.
Now, so one thing is that how do you want to, I think, because it looks like that suffix at the end is going to place it in whichever directory you want to create, which is kind of like a Git thing. So I guess paste that in there. And then what do you want it to be named?
I do have the domain robb.shoes, since Schuneman is my last name.
Oh, I love that.
The name's hard enough for people, so I thought I'd simplify it.
Robb.shoes, that's great. I didn't even realize that was a TLD.
I know, it's deep in the underbelly of Hover. I found it. So
the Hover underbelly.
It's easier. It's hovering. So
all right. Let's do that then.
Okay. Does it matter if I hyphenate it or any of that? Does it need to be?
That's a good question. I don't know what's best. I know that personally I've done kind of both, like Robb-shoes, Robb.shoes. I think GitHub doesn't necessarily care. I think it might, It may get automatically hyphenated on Netlify because I don't think they allow punctuation. So I think you're probably safe with this. That looks
Okay.
good.
And that may be another fun struggle, is that I've not really used GitHub even that much because
cool.
we have a private Git repo. So
Cool.
I'm
Well,
just
this
using
is
it on various tutorials, but
all kinds of fun
much.
learning happening today.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So we've
Step
gone-
1, check.
Boom. Right. There.
Okay. I like your terminal stuff, by the way. What are you using for all that fancy Git terminal stuff?
Yeah, that's all straight from the West Boss tutorial.
Oh, nice.
I at one point had changed the I'd had some shruggy emojis instead of the cross, but I think I changed computer. Somehow I got lost, and then I haven't played with it at all.
What West Boss tutorial is that, so we can link it?
It's one of his early ones. It's a command line tutorial, and then he has a theme that shows how to configure and install it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. So we're in that directory. Is that all for step number 2? Is seeding to the directory?
I believe so. Yeah, they're
Wow.
coming for people like me.
Yeah, nice and simple steps here.
Yeah. Then we'll just npm install.
This is the fun part.
Yeah.
All the code that you get for free.
Gotta love it.
Cool, not too
Oh,
bad.
did I just? Yeah. There's a lot there now.
Whew. Stuff there. Okay, cool. Let's so that's step 3. Oh man,
Yes.
I love these steps.
Nice and easy.
Very manageable.
Looks
Okay.
like now we're gonna open it up.
Okay.
Maybe.
In the fantastic VS Code editor.
Yes.
Ooh, what was that? What are you
It's a I missed that from Windows when I came over. So
same.
what is that called? Should be running up here somewhere. I'm not sure, but I'll find.
Okay, cool.
It's like it's something from the App Store.
Okay. I have kind of a similar thing. I can't remember what mine's called, like Magnet maybe?
I think it starts with a C.
Okay.
The one that I'm using, I can't remember. But
nice. Love it. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah. So it's to edit metadata.json.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is like a lot of like default stuff. So it's going to be like your URL, description, blog name, stuff that I assume based on metadata is going to populate the meta tag fields for like search engine optimization and whatnot.
Okay. So I can just start in there, is that right? Or
yeah, I think so. Cool. And then I guess we could change the URL. I don't know how this would affect our build in the interim where we don't have your domain hooked up. But it's I guess maybe, we could fail trying.
I like it.
We can always, come back to it later.
Does that need to be HTTP or is the S okay?
Man, I think that's probably something we'll have to figure out later once we hook up your domain, which I don't know if we'll do today because a lot of times that's like kind of sensitive material that ends up on screen.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Oops.
I also like to navel gaze. I can leave that description for now.
Perfect.
So I'm not sure about the ID field. Yeah. Or any of this action.
I somehow entered full screen mode and now I don't even know how to get out and actually get back into Discord again. This is exciting. Cool. I'm gonna figure that out. Will you do that? What the heck?
I know my name. We can have Discord at 1T.
At once.
All right.
All right. I think I'm just locked out of chat for a minute, so I apologize to anyone if anyone mentioned me or asked a question. If you have a question, it's not rude to just like jump, like unmute yourself and join in. Yeah, we're all friends here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we, one more thing, and then we'll be done with the metadata.
Yeah.
So
I assume this will be there eventually. But
yeah. Oh, interesting. So it has a JSON feed path too. Okay, cool. Oh, presumably because this is the blog starter.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Let's I guess let's edit those last two to rob.shoes, and then
Okay.
I think there's two more example.com. We'll do those, and then hopefully that works. Gotta love those multi-cursors.
Got to.
Okay, cool. So we'll save that and run back to our instructions, our delightfully simple instructions. Okay, so it looks like you have three commands here then. You have npx 11d, 11d serve, and 11d watch. I'm curious, do you mind opening up your package JSON? Because like these are running like the npx version of a command, which I think I could be totally wrong, like jumps out to like npm to figure out what those are. I'm curious what the local scripts are. So okay, cool. So I think if we wanted to, so we can use the ones that they have, or we can do like npm run watch, npm run serve, npm start run start, to do those locally.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. If you don't mind, let's run them both ways just to see if there's any difference.
I don't mind at all. It's just npm run.
Yeah, I think serve is maybe the one that you'd want most of the time.
Okay.
I think. Awesome. Okay, cool. So it gives you a nice little local domain there.
Wow, beautiful. That's. I think we're done.
Ship it. I love it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, this is really neat. I like how they've continued the instructions in the documentation in this like really big yellow banner.
Right. That's really cool.
Cool. So are there any additional instructions on the on the documentation side that we would need to do? Okay.
So just to run it from there. Do you want me to try it the other way?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Let's try it.
Okay. Let's say 11d watch. Is that right?
Yeah. So what does it say about the different types of
Different types of what? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, the different types the different commands there.
Gotcha. I grabbed the wrong one. Yeah.
So there's npx
so this is like a
11t. Okay. So I imagine npx 11d just does a standard build. So that's probably going to come in handy when we deploy this. It seems like maybe that's the like kind of like build command where it actually does all of the markdown and nunjucks to HTML stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, watch is cool. So it looks
like
maybe
is that like
it
a hot reload or a...
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't do hot reloading, but it does like a full browser refresh with browser sync.
Oh, cool. Awesome. That's good too.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Let's take this. Why don't we commit what we have, get it back up
Okay.
onto GitHub, and then kind of play with. Or actually, there were some instructions. Let's make sure that we run through those on the page. Sorry, the 11D site that's running right now.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we edited metadata. 11D.js configuration preferences. Let's check out that, and then also the base.njx, so we can delete this message.
Okay.
Okay. So this looks like kind of like the big brain of like 11D. So like when you run build or serve or whatever, it's running through all these plugins, kind of customizing things, incorporating all of your metadata, etc. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh, this section right here is interesting. Looks like it has like different types, like tags and posts, which will be interesting to explore. Posts return false. Interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely raises a curiousness in me. Okay,
Wow.
cool. Yeah, this looks good.
Cool.
Let's go to the I think that the other instruction was to delete this message from includes layouts base.njk.
Okay.
Nice. This looks familiar.
Yeah. And then our message would be delete this. Aha. Even nicer.
Oh, sweet. Easy.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. What have I done? Oh, I turned off the
Yeah, we killed it.
Okay.
Sweet.
We have lost our message. Good.
Awesome. Do you mind clicking into that tag real quick? I'm really curious now seeing the tags. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Okay. Cool. Well, that'll be fun to explore.
Yeah.
Now, when we were kind of planning on like what we were going to do, I know we had talked about how kind of a strategy that a friend of mine introduced me to was to figure out the deployment first, because it's kind of like the boring part. And like when you want to write, you don't want to have to like then figure out how to, how to do that stuff.
Right.
So let's now that we have this, let's commit it, get it back up onto GitHub, and then figure out how to integrate it with Netlify.
Okay. That sounds great. Because that's where I have a big black hole.
Yeah, I think that's the part. I mean, at least for me, I'm kind of in a similar situation as you described, where it's like a lot of our build pipelines are already set up, and so it's like, I don't actually deal with a lot of the integration side of things. So it seems like kind of figuring that out is probably a good way to spend the bulk of our time, because I think that it's easy enough probably to Google how to change certain things for the content that you want to put up there, less so to figure out how to do the deployment stuff.
I'll be right back.
So what was that? Oh, I missed it. I was having some latency stuff. What was that?
I just heard. I think he just said, "I'll be right back." I think he kind of cut out before that too.
Okay,
But
cool.
I was gonna say, I mean, if we're demonstrating Netlify, man, even for that HTTPS thing,
Yeah.
Between Versal and Netlify, it's kind of as mentioned in the text. It almost feels like cheating because it's just so simple. It just takes so much of the DevOps out of your hands. It's like,
Yeah.
it's the best side project thing that's like ever invented.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely, like 1,000%.
It's so strange. I'm just going to chime in for a second,
Yeah.
but I used Netlify for the first time probably 2 weeks ago with the RTK query docs, and I don't even know why I have a job anymore, to be honest with you. Like just having it monitor your, like you connect it to GitHub and then it does things. I don't understand how, but it does it. So
It is pretty great. Like all the build stuff that they do automatically, and like I haven't used it, but the whole like branching thing, like deploying all of your branches as was it subdomains? It's like all that
yeah,
stuff is
the
just
previews.
rad.
Like every PR gets a preview. It's incredible.
Yeah, love it.
And it's like it's so useful for so many different things. Sorry, I've been away in another meeting, but like even just like for the blog, when I write like a new article and I have a deploy preview up for that, that means that I have a live version that I can send around and ask for like feedback on.
Yep.
But without having to like commit to actually sending the blog post live for everyone.
Yeah.
Which is so nice.
Yeah, like
I use Netlify for an app that I'm building with my fiance, and every time I implement a new feature, like I send her the deploy preview so that she can like play around with it again before it gets committed into like going into master. It's just such a great tool for all of that kind of stuff.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's so nice because like how would you like I'm always curious, like how would you do that in like kind of like a standard like WordPress or whatever? I guess maybe you would have like preview URLs that are generated, or like would you have to like have people add people to roles so they could like see stuff in like a deployment type of thing? It's just so easy when you just have a random subdomain that you can go to.
It's nice too because you can roll back as well. It like with a site that's using a database, it's a little more complicated probably. But with static sites I've been using Netlify for a while with Gatsby, but I'm moving it to Eleventy. But it's like you screw something up, you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna revert it to the previous deploy. You can kind of you can set like you can alias what your main deploy is. So like you can go back like 5 deploys and stuff. So it's pretty cool stuff they've done.
Oh, I love that. I love it. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. I finally figured out how to like swap my windows out. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Now I can see what's going on in text. All right, Rob, do you want to let's continue. Let's take it to the next level.
Yeah. So we were working on committing to Git, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it on GitHub. Sorry, I should say.
GitHub, yeah. Is it just Git init the same?
Oh, so you already have a Git repo. So let's commit what you have here. I mean, we can call it whatever. 'Cause
right.
I think it's just like the metadata changes, I think was maybe the main thing that we did.
Okay. I have a sticky E key right now too, sorry.
Oh, dude, those sticky keys. Are you on a MacBook?
Yeah, the old one with the was it butterfly keyboard?
Oh, yeah, I'm on that same one. It's brutal. They'll
Kills me
like
every time.
help you out with it, but because they like did that thing where they like it's all like one, that top case is all one thing. It's like I had to wait for mine for like I think it was like 2 weeks. Like it was crazy. It's crazy. I had to get a loaner and set it up. It's stupid. I hate that.
Oh man.
Cloud work environments. That's what I want. Now that like everything is like work from home, more cloud work environments.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. So to get it up to GitHub, sorry, I think my 10-year-old continues to let the dogs in. Let me let them out again. Sorry.
No worries. It happens. All right, this will give me a chance to catch up on chat. Oh, Joe, your mic's off. I'm sorry. So this is, I feel like this is an area where it'd be nice. I feel like I want to, man, like have a tuple or like some kind of like pairing thing, because like that would make it super easy to just kind of like pick up where we left off, or like trade off easier.
Have you ever used the I've only used it a couple times for work. Have you used the VS Code Live Share? That
I've
the
not.
extension for that?
Is it cool?
It's a little buggy at times, but in terms of just like pair programming and doing like working with a couple other people, it's been definitely beneficial the few times I've worked with it. I've had a
Interesting.
pretty decent experience with it.
Okay, cool. Maybe I'll have to
Yeah,
try.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a game changer. Everybody's cursors are flying around. You could just like follow people where they go. So that's
Okay.
definitely one of my.
It's like Google Docs for code, basically.
Nice. Well, Jacob, if you're familiar with that, maybe we can do that on next Monday.
I don't use VS Code. I sound like a robot.
You do sound like a robot.
I don't know why.
Scary robot.
Yeah, it's like witness protection type thing going on right now. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. So let's get this on the GitHubs.
All right. Is that a I'm signed in. Do I need to just create a new repo?
I
Is
think
that where I go next?
think so. This is always kind of curious to me. I think we create an empty repo and then we add it as the origin for our local repo.
Okay. Shoes. Okay. Okay. So
Okay, cool. And I think they do a pretty good job of giving you instructions for these. So looks like we already have the repo. So we just need to do, I think it's like 4 down maybe. We want to do the git remote add origin,
yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. The second
Okay.
set of commands.
It's enough.
Remote origin already exists. Oh wait, here we go back to the git add. Oh, let's go back to the terminal.
Okay.
And see what you got. So let's do git remote. I think it's V maybe for verbose, or sorry, dash V, like
Dash
yeah. Okay, so we already have an origin and it's pointed to. Okay, cool. I think it's git remote remove origin, maybe. If you want to delete that and then paste in the new one.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Cool. And then you should be able to paste in the new one. Hey, Honor. Welcome.
Oops.
Welcome. Okay. All right. So then.
Cool. So then
just continue.
We should be able to, let's see, git branch. Oh yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if maybe that's changes it to main. I know they had a big push to kind of change everything from master to main.
Right.
So yeah, let's see what that command does. I'm not sure what the capital M flag does. I don't think I've ever used that.
It's just gonna rename the branch.
Oh, nice. Okay, killer.
Gotcha.
Cool. Then yeah, git push u origin main.
Okay. That's just my username. There we go.
Whew. Okay, so we should be able to see that online now. Nice. Now Zach Leet is all up in your business.
Yeah. By all means.
We welcome it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's okay, so now we have it on GitHub, which is sweet. Next step I think is just to figure out how to integrate it with Netlify so we can actually put it up on the web somewhere. So let's head over to get your Eleventy website on Netlify. I wonder what that does. Do you mind clicking that? See what happens? Is it just a link to Netlify?
Well, okay. 1 minute will do.
Oh my gosh, it already like connected you to. This is so cool.
Do I push the button? I'm excited.
Oh, this is interesting. I wonder though if this. I wonder if this is like a different step because it looks like if you wanted to, like if you were running this from the GitHub repo, the Eleventy one, if this would create a new repo and connect it, put it on GitHub for you. I'd be nervous about running this right now because I think that it's gonna like just do all the stuff that we'd already done, but like again.
Gotcha.
I think, I don't know. So let's maybe close this one and then just go to Netlify. It'll probably be good to like run through the steps anyway.
Okay. So I connected to Netlify through GitHub. It pulled up a few. I'm not sure what those are actually. They
okay, cool.
Must be old school. I guess they're 6 years ago stuff.
Cool.
Some tutorial remnants. But
so
where yeah.
Maybe let's try that new site from Git option. I haven't done this in a while, to be honest. I set mine up as like a mono repo, and so I just keep adding pages to a single repo. So I haven't actually done a like deploy a new site thing in a while. Okay, connect to Git provider. Okay. So I guess, do you select one of those from the bottom?
Good. Well, yeah.
Cool. So just going to authorize your GitHub account. Okay, and then it'll ask you which repo you want. Cool. Robb shoes populated in there for you. Michael G, to answer your question, so mine is set up pretty badly. I think they actually do have official mono repo support, and I can Google that and link to you. Mine is set up really. It was before they had mono repo support, and so it was just different directories with different sites in them, and then I would just on the build page like cd into that directory and do the thing. So actually right now mine is terrible because every time I push anything, it redeploys all of my sites, which is not ideal because it's like the free account is based on build time, and so like I suck up like a half an hour of my build time like anytime I deploy anything on any of my sites. Not ideal, but that's how I did it. But I think let me find let's see, Netlify mono repo. Yeah, because for me, I hate having I hate having separate repos for things. It's just really irritating to me personally. Killer, here's the article for that. And I think my understanding is that if you do it the way that I did now, it'll just automatically detect them. But because I did it before, it doesn't know to think of it as a mono repo. So I have to go through and like kind of like reconstruct something or whatever. I'm not really sure. But you know, whatever. Haven't done it yet. Okay, cool. So I think, let's see. Do we need to hit GitHub again? It feels like we're kind of in a weird spot.
Right. I wonder. There we go.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Maybe just a little glitch in the matrix. Okay, so it looks like it detected that this is an Eleventy site because it is choosing the right build directory, that underscore site, and then using the debug build command. And I think debug because it'll output all of the output into your like kind of log. So you'd want to see if anything went wrong or whatever.
Gotcha.
Can you take a look real quick at your repo real quick? Like your code base.
Got lost it there, but yeah.
You have there's a file there called netlify.toml.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, in the code. I believe. Yeah. Okay. So this
cool.
is how your project is basically like the key metadata about your project is exposed to Netlify is through this TOML file. So here you're saying that this project has a build command. That's what line 1 is. It's the build command. And it publishes, whenever you ran Eleventy, it created a build of your project and stuck it in the underscore site directory, which you actually have. Like, it's in your project right now. And additionally, there's like the actual command that gets run to build your Eleventy site. So when you hooked up your repo to Netlify, Netlify looked for this file and extracted information from that to pre-populate things automatically. So whenever you want to change this, you have really two options. Is you could change it here in the Netlify TOML, or you could go into the Netlify UI, like netlify.com, and you can change the configurations there. So yeah, that's how that happened auto-magically, is because this file was already in the base project.
Interesting. So this is actually, so it's not Netlify kind of knowing how to build these projects, but this is actually a consideration that this repo was built with to say like, hey, if you deploy to Netlify, use this config.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Do you happen to know how those things get overridden? Like if you have a line in your Netlify config and you have it also specified here, which one takes precedence?
I believe this one here in your Netlify TOML wins overall.
Cool.
So yeah, this is treated as like the ultimate source of truth.
Okay.
But if you don't have this file, then especially if you're the kind of person who prefers like no-code solutions, then being able to set those configurations in Netlify.com's UI, like on your Netlify dashboard, can be a more intuitive approach that doesn't require code changes.
Nice. Okay, cool. Thanks for clarifying that. That's really interesting.
No problem.
All right, cool. So now we know how it understood kind of like what type of site you were building. So that's cool to know. And then let's see. So do you mind clicking on the show advanced option just so we can kind of see what it's about?
Yeah, nothing could thrill me more.
Oh, cool. So this actually has that line. So this points to, pro tip, add a netlify.toml configuration file to your repository. Man, I cannot talk. Repository for even more flexibility, which is cool. And then I linked in the text chat to what I think is some of the configuration options that you'd be able to set there. And then it looks like you can add new variables, which is cool. You wanna deploy this? How do you feel about that?
Let's do it.
Let's
go
it.
live.
Let's go live. We're doing it live. All right. Site deploy in progress. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So let's see. Let's just check out this page. Okay. So it's giving you I assume this is your project URL. So we'll be able to access it through that as like a subdomain on Netlify. So it's not hooked up to your top level domain yet. Setting up custom domains is one of those steps. So we'll probably leave that as an exercise for you in the future. It's funny. I think one thing, it's like there's a lot of secrets that you can see on screen when doing that, but then also it's also not super helpful because like everybody buys domains from different people, and it's like the process is different for like every single one.
Right. And I get the sense that process, I'm sure it's changed, but not terribly since 7 years ago.
Yeah, definitely not. And also there's like kind of like a lot of waiting too. You just like you set it up and then it's like you wait for a few hours until all the DNS servers like update. Okay, cool. It looks like
Plus, I mean,
oh, sorry.
Oh no. By all means, keep going.
It looks like this got deployed because you have a URL up towards the top now.
Yeah.
Let's check it. Let's see what we did.
We did a thing.
Oh man. So it's interesting. I wonder if we didn't get that one commit into into the main branch.
Saved. Oh, I bet yeah, I think we committed it, but didn't necessarily get it. Well,
Gotcha.
I'm not sure what happened, I guess.
Well, this will actually be a really good opportunity. Do you mind doing like a git status to see if there's any uncommitted changes? Okay, cool. So we do have those uncommitted changes. I want to see, this will be a good opportunity for us to kind of see like how this build integration is working.
Yeah.
So do you mind going back over to GitHub?
Certainly.
Okay, so let's open up your project, and I want to see in the integrations if they automatically hooked up some of their stuff. So I think this is in site settings, which is one of those tabs along the top. So you have code, issues, pull requests, actions, projects, wiki, security, insights, and settings is the last like tab.
Okay.
And I think, let's see, integrations maybe on that left sidebar. Okay, so we got a Netlify GitHub integrations. Cool. Yeah. New PR, get a preview. Yeah, let's do this. Let's make a new branch and let's see what happens.
All right.
Oh man, I'm so excited right now. It's happening.
So I work in what's it called? Source tree.
Okay.
So yeah, so starting a new branch from here from the command line, that's just git branch. Is that right?
Yes. So git
Apologize.
branch. Oh shoot.
Git checkout -b.
There we go.
And
Yeah.
then
the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delete stuff. Yeah, I like that. I always yeah.
You have to spell checkout. I don't know how many times a day I type that.
Check it. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Delete stuff. Killer. So then let's so we'll do git add dot. So that should add all the modifications, and then we'll do git commit delete stuff. Oh yeah, -m delete stuff.
I do have, I'm working off tutorial knowledge from 5 years ago. So
Oh yeah. No,
I have a little bit of command line knowledge.
No worries. We're just chilling. And I think it's git push -u origin, or it depends on how you're set up. You might be able to do so you don't want to do main, you're going to want to push this up to a branch, delete stuff.
This should just work now. And if it doesn't, it'll give you the command to paste.
That's okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, run that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, so then you can just copy paste that and push it in. All right, I think so. Yeah, new branch, delete stuff, to the origin, delete stuff. You're good to go. Okay, cool. Now let's go back to Netlify and see what's happening.
All right.
Okay, so I don't know what we need to do here. Maybe click on the site
open
overview.
That PR first.
Open the PR first. Okay.
So if you go back to your terminal, there's a link that you can copy and paste, and it'll just open. So yeah, like towards the in the middle there.
Okay.
And then as soon as you open that, you should see it on this screen.
Okay, cool. So we got the because we need to make a pull request, right? Like it's not just gonna do all the branches.
Yeah, no, you have to make a pull request,
Cool.
and then it'll start generating the preview as soon as you hit the create pull request button.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Let's open that pull request then.
All right. This is
told me to delete stuff. I'm just doing what I told.
Exactly. This is a because again, I work in one company and we don't use pull requests in that function
Oh, wow.
because we're small.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's I have big obvious gaps in my knowledge, but
Well, thank you
this
for
is good.
being open to exploring it in this public setting. I admire your bravery there.
Absolutely.
Okay, look at this. Okay, so we're getting some green, some stuff's happening. I don't know what any of this means. Header rules, pages changed, redirect rules, mixed content, all that kind of stuff. Deployed. Oh, we got to deploy to Netlify. Do you mind clicking on the details and seeing if maybe we got a URL there? Oh, it just takes us there.
Sure enough. Wow.
We're just good to go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Dang. Okay, so cool thing is that now on your main subdomain for this, you have what's like live, I guess. So if you had like, if you do have your domain hooked up, that will not have changed because this isn't merged yet.
Right.
But then we still have this URL that we can visit, share, whatever, with the potential changes until merged.
That's very cool.
Super sweet.
Let's see it. Oh, and that's Ben used that the other day, right? To share a blog preview.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, this is awesome. We're getting like kind of like close to the end of our time, but what did you want to like with our last like, handful of minutes, what did you want to like kind of see next in terms of like what Netlify can do for you?
Right. I guess, man, most of what I need to explore, I guess, is kind of Eleventy and the file structure and play around with that. As far as Netlify,
well, let's open the code back up and we can just kind of poke around at it.
Yeah.
So let's see. So it looks like at the base of it, you have a lot of like integration type stuff. So you got your like editor config, your Eleventy.js, Eleventy ignore, all that kind of stuff. And then it looks like maybe a couple templates.
Yeah. So is Nunjuc's a templating language?
Yes. So it is a JavaScript based templating language.
Okay.
So I think my understanding is that you can kind of use like JavaScript syntax and functions inside of it.
Okay. It almost looks like a ERB, sort of.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, very similar to ERB.
I gotcha. And is it what I was looking at before? Is it kind of you don't have to use Nunjuc's, right? You can use Markdown or
yeah. So I think that they have different templating languages that you can use. I don't know if that involves like a different type, different config, but I do think that there are different templating languages that you can use. I can Google that real quick. But
I looked at it earlier, and it includes every templating language basically, and it also says that you can intermingle them as well, which seemed pretty interesting.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see.
Wow.
So there's a page templating languages. So the URL, I can paste that into text. It looks like there's support for just standard HTML, Markdown, JavaScript, Liquid, Nunjuc's, Handlebars, Mustache, EJS, Haml, and Pug. Haml, it's not my favorite.
My favorite. I've had some fun times with Haml. Yeah.
Not my favorite. Yeah. Any templating language where you have to memorize like specific APIs to add trailing and preceding space, I'm not there for it.
Yeah, we inherited a code base with Haml, and that wasn't fun.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. Okay, so let's check out. So I guess there's a couple questions that I think I would want to solve kind of like in this situation. So like one would be, how can we turn off the blog, right? So like if your next step is just to be like do like kind of like an about me type of thing, but you think you will write in the future, you probably want to turn off the blog features. So I'm kind of curious
Right.
how we could comment those out so they're not publicly available right now.
Yeah. That is a good question.
So it
I guess,
looks
yeah.
it looks like the file structure, at least as far as I can tell. I would assume that this index.njk at the root is probably your like index file for your site, or
Right.
like kind of your home file, and so that's the one that you're on right now. So it looks like it's looping over. So it looks like there's 3 sections as far as I can tell. Line 2, so it looks like it has like some kind of front matter. Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Front matter. And so it's using layouts home.njk. And then I think this Eleventy navigation, I think that you can use this to change how it shows up in your navigation. So you could change that from home to something else, and then you could change the order number to 2. Like this is a very like 11D specific thing.
Okay.
And that would move it around in the UI.
Hmm.
But I think in terms of, so like if you wanted to hide all of this stuff, I think you could probably just comment out this whole section. And I don't know exactly what comments look like in Nunjucks. And then just kind of like start writing your own, HTML.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to, you want to give it a try just to make sure we're kind of on the right page?
Yeah, absolutely. It VS Code is also not sure how to comment it out.
Oh, I wonder.
I'm sure there's an extension for that.
Yeah, let's try. You might open up your extensions pane and seeing if there's something.
Yeah.
Let's see how it's yeah, with a C. Oh, there you go. Let's see.
Sorry.
Nunjucks. Yeah. So this is interesting. I usually just kind of open up some of them and then like that first one I'd probably just click on that to see the page, and I mean it's got 94,000. Oh, but it's also minus. I wonder which one I'm using. I'm going to open up VS Code real quick. Got to drop. All right. See you later, Joe. Thanks for hanging, man. Let's see. Yeah, we're kind of getting close to that hour. I think people are going to start dropping off.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, thanks everyone for hanging out. This was super fun. I'm really glad that you showed up, and Rob, I'm grateful that you allowed us to kind of support you in a fun way and help get this thing started. I think honestly we got pretty far. Like, we got like everything deployed. It's kind of like just a matter of like learning the 11D framework and kind of putting your content up there right now.
Right.
How are you feeling about things?
I feel good. I feel like the the booster rocket has taken off, and then the rest can go from there. I'm not a physicist, but it feels like it's just seeing how simple it was is really a big thing, because it's one of those where you're like, oh, there's a lot of words that you don't know, and a lot of and then it's really just clicking buttons and knowing which to click. So I thank you for that.
Yeah.
Feels like a really good start.
They've done some really good documentation too, because it really just does feel kind of like it's on rails. But I am glad that it now that it's done, or like hooked up at least, it feels less frightening.
Right.
Well, dude, this is awesome. I will find out which Nunjucks templating thing I'm using, and then hopefully that'll help you kind of continue on. Thanks again for your time. Thanks everyone for participating too, and kind of sharing what you know. This has been super, super awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll see you. I think Thursday we're going to have a new episode party for React Podcast with Cassidy Williams, and it's going to be awesome. So hopefully I'll see you there. See you Thursday.
See you then.